morning from Tokyo. It's Tuesday, the 4th of January 2022. Has Japan fallen? Well, today we are going to have a little walk from a suburb of Tokyo into the center of Tokyo, Shibuya. And let's find out if the Japanese as a people have succumbed and declared defeat against the coronavirus measures. I'm recording while walking because I think you have to see what's going on in this country. See that car there, the driver? He's wearing a mask. Now this is the beautiest of all days. Look at the sunshine. It's midday, beautiful weather, and everyone is wearing masks. Everyone. It's going on for 2 years now. Started in January 2020. Now the Japanese are usually a very submissive and meek population. This has some advantages, right? If you work in a group against the virus, it's good. But sometimes you can go overkill, right? If everybody falls in line, goose stepping. I mean, this is ridiculous. There are people walking alone on the streets with the face mask. No person around. There are people cycling alone with face mask. Another one, a young person. Now I've seen this now for almost 2 years, right? Going on. It's everywhere the same. In the suburbs you see old ladies alone in their little gardens, front yards, watering the plants alone, wearing face masks. What are they so afraid of? They're watching too much regime TV. Now let's find some heroes who don't wear masks. This one, no, sorry. He has the mask. This one, that's a hero, yeah. Yeah, that is a hero. There's another one, total failure, face mask. Another one, face mask in black, total failures. Another two very young, athletic young men wearing face masks, riding a public bicycle. Nah. You know, this makes me sad. There's another one, female coming from shopping. Makes me very sad because as a foreigner, of course, you look at this and it is easy to point out weird stuff that a people is doing to itself, right? What's the science behind that? I mean, is there a plague going on in this country? No, it's not. It's absolutely not. There's no plague going on in this country at the moment. I mean, this week they're testing like hell and they have like 100 positive corona tests, right? 100 positives in the entire country. That's ridiculous. You know, overall in the last 2 years there have been little bit more than, I don't know, what is it, 8,000 or 10,000 corona deaths. There are more suicides in this country, more suicides than corona deaths. It's true. But they all fall in line because of this crazy corona narrative. Very sad. Okay, I'm switching back now. You have to see this to believe it. I just passed a jogger wearing a face mask, a poor guy. Didn't film him. Okay, as you can see, streets are pretty empty. It's a working day. Everybody should be out, you know, doing something. This is good for the economy, right? But people keeping social distance, I guess. I mean, there are some people talking over there and they're keeping the social with the masks. Good for you, yeah, very good. So next one, yeah, bicycle here, the one, face mask, yeah. Old man, yeah, he has to wear face mask. He's probably 3 times vaxxed, but he has to wear face mask. Another one, yeah, a nice group, probably family or friends wearing face masks. It's good to protect your relatives and friends, you know. They might fall dead or something. What can I say? Let's find some heroes, man. We have to find heroes. I think there's coming one, right? You're a hero, man. No masks. That's good for you. Yeah, there was a foreigner. The foreigners, of course, they're falling out of line, and this is a very disturbing sight, right? Freedom! Imagine you're a foreigner in this country and you're not wearing face masks. I mean, you're destroying the entire narrative. Think about that. It's not good. I mean, I'm compliant, you know. If I go to the supermarket, I wear a mask. And would you know it? I mean, I got the vax, of course. 2 of them. Yeah, old lady, wear a mask, good for you. There's another one, a hero walking alone outside with a mask. Always good to signal that you are in compliance with the government. What are you so afraid of? Okay, back to the vaccination mandate, of course. It's not forced. It's not like the thing they're doing in Austria or Australia at the moment. Not officially enforced. That means they can't force you to take the vax, right? But if you don't have the vax, you cannot work, and they will probably fire you and dehumanize you in all ways, all kinds of ways. Japanese certainly have their ways to enforce ideology upon their people. There's another lone wolf on the right, just walking all by himself with a mask. I don't understand it, you know. Where do you want to go with this? It's 2 years now, man. Wake up. Well, I have seen it all. I have seen private parties inside where everybody is wearing a mask. And I've seen neighbors on the door, wearing masks. Don't come in. Wear a mask. Protect yourself. Protect the country against a deadly virus where nobody is dying from. Only old people over the age of 85. Okay, as you can see, it's very lovely. I feel a bit sorry to show you all of this because I choose very wisely. This is a very far away suburb, away from the action, and everybody is wearing a mask. Everybody. There are no exemptions. I'm doing this now for 1 or 2 years, and it blows my mind. What can I say? Is this a huge IQ test? It certainly is, because I will show you some snapshots. The Pope himself, he's not wearing face masks, and certainly not our millionaires and our leaders all over the world, the governments. If they're alone, if they're among themselves, our rulers don't wear masks. Why? Well, because they don't have to. There's absolutely no dangers, and the masks are not really helpful. And especially not if you have already 2 vaccinations and the booster shot.
Masks. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask. When you're in the middle of an outbreak, wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is.
Very lonely, singular people being alone on their bikes wearing face masks under a bright sky and the freshest air you can imagine. This is mind-blowing, isn't it? Well, I'm stopped for a while, I'm crossing the road, I'm going to the more popular area, and let's see what's going on there, okay? Okay guys, let the mind blow begin. Let's spot the people who dare not to wear a mask in public. Let's find them, huh? Okay. Very bright day. Beautiful. Most of the people should be at work in their offices, all wearing face masks, of course, keep the social distance. Lots of rules to follow, lots of overwork, low pay. It's a bit weird to walk around and talk to yourself, to the camera, but this is historic documentary, right? You have to do it, somebody has to do it. So the little kid here is left alone without a mask, of course. No dangers with the kids, we haven't vaxxed them yet. The virus poses no dangers to kids. Nice. Okay. Yeah, all wearing masks. Postal workers, very important. Essential workers. Mask, face, should call them diapers, right? It's better for the algorithm. They might delete you. Yeah, it's good to have a population like this. You can go very far, you know. They will do whatever you tell them to do and think whatever you want them to think. Tokyo now has a vaccination rate of allegedly 80%. 80%. So most of the people you see here are vaccinated. Do they loosen the coronavirus measures? No, of course not. You're not getting it. All the false promises, get vaxxed. 2 weeks and we are over this pandemic. No. It's not going to happen. You're not getting your freedoms back, man. Never. It will not happen. Certainly not in Japan. This country is over. This will be the new clothes you have to wear for the next 10 years. The Japanese always were a little bit, weak against viruses in general. This is not to shame them or anything. They just have lots of influenza pandemics here in the previous years, and it's awful. I had influenza myself, and I thought I was dying. You know, it's a man's flu. We suffer more than women from that. We think we're going to die. We're not. It's 2-3 days really pain, and then you're over it. But of course, if you're old, you can die. But that hasn't changed. In history, it was always like this. 2008, I think, Japan suffered from influenza pandemic. People forgot about it already, but it was intense, and the international medias, the Americans, forerunners, they called it the swine flu because it was allegedly from China. They wanted to shame the Asians, of course. It's always the Asians, isn't it? The swine flu is coming. Oh, dear, it's animalistic, it's beastly. More people died from the swine flu than from the normal influenza, so they had a big program here. They controlled the borders, they made checks, but nothing compared to what we see now with this new virus, right? I mean, this is insane. I'm walking here. Have you seen a person without a mask? I haven't. And this is outside the shops. If you go inside, you have to wear a mask if you're good Japanese, Follow orders. I think they don't realize how dangerous this is. How dangerous. I mean, what next? What they want you to think and do next? Do they want you to throw yourself in a war against China or what? It's ridiculous. Do they want you to, stop stop mating? Stop procreating. We have too many people. Stop it. They could make it happen. They're doing it for the last 50 years. Okay, we are closing on the station, the train station. So you can imagine that everybody around the train station certainly is going to wear a mask. Everybody. There are people, media, at the airports in Narita and Haneda, lurking in the shadowy corners, waiting for foreigners to enter the country not wearing a mask. And if they wear a mask, they're still asking them, what do you do in Japan? It's a dangerous time, we have a pandemic, why do you come to Japan? They do that. And then those poor foreigners end up on national TV, NHK. It's like comparable to the British BBC or the German ZDF, RAD, state television, scaring the people. Okay, I'm crossing the road. I'm now going into the station and I'm driving to the hotspot, the center of Tokyo civilization, to Shibuya, the famous crossing. Let's see what's going on there. So this is going to be good. You see, I'm not wearing a mask now. So what I'm going to do, I'm double vaccinated. I'm as safe as they come. So here we go. You know, I love public transport in Tokyo. It's very convenient, and it's not rush hour at the moment, so you don't see the overcrowded trains. So that's good for us here, for our purposes. So people from the city get a little bit geeky, you know, snobbish, like New York, Los Angeles maybe, Tokyo certainly. You don't need cars, so convenient public transport. You don't live in the countryside, you know nothing. The people here, they really don't need cars. That's true. But they're rich, the powerful, they still have. I know family who never use public transport, never. Why? That's for the peasants and serfs. They have cars, of course. Oh, here we go. Everybody wearing masks. Very, very compliant. I love it. Good country. So I wonder, might they come and like arrest me like they do in Austria or in Britain? I saw some videos on Australia. Well, they can't, because there is no lockdown, right? And there is no mandate. So I can wear it or not. It's my choice. But it feels, I do have to say that it feels uncomfortable. So what I'm going to do is, for the respect of the people around me, you know, I'm wearing, of course, my face diaper in the train. I'm doing that, of course. Can be packed, and you have to play along, you know. Don't offend the host. I love the Japanese and I love Japan. So I'm wearing a face diaper on the train. Alright, that took forever. But here we go. Alright. It is usually very silent on a Japanese train. I'm basically the only guy who talks loud. So just sitting around and be silent, you know, and watching their cell phones. And maybe it's a good thing. They should try this in New York or in Boston.
The next station is Nakano.
No loud people, no foreigners, loud, boisterous, everybody behaves. Very interesting. Good for public moral, I guess. Alright, Shinjuku, we have to change the train. Very quickly, very quickly. Next one, in the direction of Shibuya. A lot more people here. Everybody is masked. Very interesting. I think we just found the first one out of maybe 10,000 people we saw this far. There he is. A man without his mask over his face. And heretic. Okay, let's do it. We are in Shibuya. Let's see if we can find the right exit. A lot of construction going on in Shibuya for the last 2 years. They work very hard, the essential workers. Construction working never stopped. Supermarkets never stopped. And would you know, nobody died. Nobody was in acute danger. Okay, here we go. You know, using the time wisely on our way to the famous Shibuya crossing, we might as well talk about the situation of the kids in the kindergartens, you see, and in the schools. Well, Japan is used to catastrophes, emergency situation, earthquakes, tsunamis, influenza catastrophes and all this. So they didn't close down the school system like they did in other countries in Western Europe and in America. They didn't do that. or when they did it for a month or so, and that was it. So back to the school system. So although they never closed down the entire education system, they still had all the measures, you know, wearing masks, social distancing, never seeing each other's faces, social activities. Here I am looking at the famous Shibuya crossing through the window. There it is. Oh, it's quite busy, a lot of Japanese flags. That's always good, you know, be patriotic, be patriotic. You can't do this in Germany. Good, very good. And they start crossing soon. But now I'm still inside. You see, these entrances are all closed now. They have to, they rerouted it over there. Okay. There we go. Ah, yeah, good people. Nice. Far less than you would expect, but they closed down this this road here, right in front of us. It's closed. It's not really a complete crossing anymore. Well, yeah, there's Starbucks coffee. Yeah, great to see the relationship between the USA and Japan. You see, you must know that the vaccination is all Pfizer-BioNTech, right? So that is basically American. The BioNTech part is German, but it's not really German. It's all American finance, of course. So the Japanese were offered, here, you have to jab all the people in your country, the entire population. And the Japanese said, no, wait, we first have to test it on our people, you know, make an internal test, you know, test run for 3 months. So they did that with 40,000 people or so. That's why the mass vaccination campaign in Japan was delayed. Of course, international media, you know, the outrage, the Japanese, they're too slow. No, they're not too slow. They're trying to protect the people against a bioweapon attack from the United States. So that was actually a very wise choice made by the government, you know. They're very careful. Don't trust the occupiers. Never do. If they tell you here's a medicine that cures all diseases, be very careful, watch out. Especially if it's a medicine, pharmaceutical, gene therapy that's supposed to work on all, you know. One solution fits all the people in the world. I don't think so. So be careful what you inject into your population. Okay, here we are. Ah, beautiful Shibuya. I love it. And the weather is fantastic, but still no people without a mask. I thought we could find some rebels here. No. Should be some rebels here. Some punks or, you know, antisocial elements. Some anarchists. No luck today. Just obedient sheeple. That is, let's say, oh, there's one. This lady here. Bravo. Yeah, very good. I like it. There are some who dare, you know. So let's do the crossing. Oh, this is always so exciting. Oh, do the crossing. Can I make it? No, I didn't make it. There's the first bus coming. I didn't make it. I'm so sorry. But it looks fantastic. Just love the city. Never give up, Tokyo. Yeah, you're still alive. Somewhat. Okay, let's do the crossing. Oh, I love it. It's very exciting. All these people with their face diapers, they're coming my way. I'm not wearing a mask. I'm not doing that. And there's no mandate. Alrighty. And doing it this way. Oh, I just saw one without a mask. Good man. But the women, no, not so much, right? So do you realize the problem? I mean, do you see the problem we have here at hand? We have 2 years of a non-pandemic. There never was a dangerous pandemic in this country, at least. And the people are still wearing masks. And they're forced with propaganda by the occupiers, the USA. And of course, they're doing vicious enemy propaganda against China. So it all fits neatly together. Compliant population. You can do everything with them. You can tell them anything. And they have no access to outside sources, you know. I mean, if I were to watch German media all day long, state media, I would go mad. It's insane. I mean, these people are basically they are fascists, right? What's going on in Germany and Austria is fascism. Plain as that. It's really bad. But they have no way of knowing because they don't see outside information, of course. Their state controls all the media. And this is the same within China, right? Mainland China. You know, they're doing a lot of things right against the pandemic, but if, of course, this is not democracy. It's not democratic. It's authoritarian. So how could people know that they are in this prison, that they don't escape? They cannot know. The same in Japan. They don't know. I'm getting really serious, you know. I might be the only person here in the entire Shibuya not wearing a mask in public. Where's this going to go? Yeah, so about the information, you know. What can they know? They're watching NHK, state TV in Japan all day long. And the newspapers are completely Japanese controlled with American oversight. So if you watch the only English language newspaper in Japan, the Japan Times, this is the New York Times Incorporated. It's Americans, right? So you have US propaganda. How do the people know news from other countries? They just simply don't know. You just listen to your rulers, of course. Okay, walking along the streets here in Shibuya, just circling it, still looking for people without a mask. I can't find them. Do you see the seriousness of this problem? They are not stopping this behavior in the next 10 years, I'm telling you. This is serious. Especially if you look at the intensity of the propaganda targeting females, women, mothers. Mothers care for their families. They care for their elderly and for their kids, right? So you target them, and then all the men will fall in line, of course. Nobody wants to offend the harmony and peace, and I can understand it. You know? This is hard stuff, man. It's unnecessary dystopian hell. In a car, she's alone. She's in her car alone wearing a mask. Can't believe it. Don't get too overexcited here, Thorsten. Just keep walking. I want to show you this because this is historic documentary, okay? Do you see this? Entire families. They're sitting at home all together, right? If they had the virus, they would infect each other at home. So if you go out, why do you wear a mask? Especially when you're with your family. Just walking around in fresh air. I don't get it. Kid, not required to wear a mask. Wears mask. Good. Good for your protection, you know. What's going on over there? Oh, this is the Apple shop. I love you, Americans. Americans, you're great. Yes, I know. America's good for Japan. The Apple store. Crowded. People have to wait in lines? What? Because of social distancing? Oh, I see. Good. Good for you. Protect your people, you know. Buy Apple stuff. Nice. Well, we don't have much choice, right? We're all having the same devices. So, the internet. Can the internet help? Well, the internet is a portal to the world, right? Get your information from the internet. Don't read the regime and propaganda press and state TV and all this, right? Well, little problem. There's no open internet anymore. You know that, right? You know Google is censoring and shadow banning each and every voice. Oh, there's a brave father. That's a good man. Good man. Yeah, he pulled his mask down to his chin. Good man. Get some fresh air, man. It's good for you. So I was saying that the internet is no help. It's not free. It's highly censored. And by whom? By American companies. You can't make this shit up. Freest country in the world is censoring the entire world. It's no different than China. I have lived in China a long time, and I can tell you that third world countries in general, They have much more freedom than you would think because they have less regulation. Yeah, of course. There are far less regulations and laws in third world countries, so you're basically much more freer to do things. You can say all sorts of things that you can't say in the West. You could never say in the West. You would immediately lose your job, you know, your standing. They would destroy you. The West is not free. It's all a big farce. Okay, no. Japan is on the paper democracy. Democracy, what is a democracy? It's basically if the United States of America conquered you and defeated you in a war, then you're a democracy. You notice that. Same in Germany and partly Italy, right? If they defeat you, then you are a democracy. Or people waiting online. There might be some without masks. I hope so. No luck. I thought maybe because Star Lounge, it looked like a eatery or maybe a pub, that maybe people would drop the mask. Oh, here's one, a foreigner, a good guy, good man, yeah, like it. Foreigners, of course, yeah, they get the information, you know. They watch other countries' media. They see pictures of people, I don't know, in Florida, USA, not wearing masks, and then they say, wow, maybe our narrative in Japan is not all right, you know. Maybe there is a way to keep on living without wearing a mask all the time. So they don't. The Japanese, they can't afford to do that maybe, if they want to keep their jobs. So I was talking earlier about the vaccination. Very good experience here in Japan, the vaccination. Oh, there's a biker. This is the coolest bike I've seen in years. Oh, amazing. Well, he probably needs the face mask because of the non-existing wind today. But anyway, yeah, it's good to have a face mask if you're riding a bike. I was going to say the vaccine. Okay, so all the people get a letter from the local governments, right, for an appointment for vaccination. So you can drop it, you just don't go. But we had to do it because, you know, they threaten you with travel bans, and you know there might be publications with the kids in the school if they know that a parent is not vaccinated, you know, all kinds of shit. So you do the compliance things. So you do get the first and the second jab, and it's all right. But the formula was very interesting because there's a section where you have to agree that you know, all this is generally known in every country, right? That the producers of Pfizer, BioNTech is not taking any responsibilities for side effects or some death or I don't know, you know. So you basically sign your consent with a signature, and I said, no, I'm not going to do it. You know it, I know it. We're being forced, basically. It's a forced mandatory, disguised as free choice. So but he said, no, you have to tick it and give a signature. And I said, I'm ticking no non-compliance. I did that. Really, I did it. So there was a big problem, right? So 2 nurses coming all over me, you know, like trying to explain it to me, and my Japanese is very bad. So he spoke in English, and then he figured out I'm German. So he said, oh, it's good. He studied in Germany. So he said it's BioNTech vaccination. It's safe. He said, you're from Germany. So BioNTech, German vaccination is safe, you know. And if I get this vaccination, I'm sure I can travel back to the European Union anytime. So this is a safe bet, right? But I said I will not give my signature for that. It's forced. So what he did was he scrabbled himself, stretched, made a tick on my behalf, and that was it. I got the vaccination. I never signed for it. This is it. This is what they do with you. So how far can you do this to people, you know? I noticed outspoken philosophers and pundits in the world, talking heads, they're experiencing the same, you know? They're saying, right, well, I complied.
The damn vaccine. Here's the deal, guys. I'll get the vaccine. You fucking leave me alone. And did that work? No.
The measures are still there. They're put in there for us to be controlled, be pushed around with pushovers.
Concerted, orchestrated dance between a bunch of people who are really keen on seizing power and the rest of the people who are more than willing to sit quietly and apathetically.
any information or discussion which is contrary to that truth will be suppressed.
Famous universities, if they speak up, they're down, erased. And if you see all these pictures I'm doing for you today to watch, do you get the idea why that is? Why there is mass censorship all over the world? Because this one here is perfect. We have them all in line, everybody. They're afraid of human contact. Jesus. And this is in the middle of the week. Most Japanese are sitting at home doing home office or are unemployed. The government doesn't want to speak about it, you know. It's a socialist country, so they can always make up some programs, you know. Nobody's really starving, but there's a lot of poverty going on, even in Japan. They're good at hiding. Basically, same like in France or Germany, you know. The homeless, they are hidden. They build social housing for them. They put them in there, no, and you don't see them. It's good. Good social system, welfare system is good. They have something like this in Japan too, so nobody is really starving. They can always ask for help. So this is a good thing. But is this mass hypnosis necessary? Young people, friends, right? Wearing face masks. Is this necessary? I don't think so. You're destroying the social fabric. Okay, make a little round. We are back to the Shibuya crossing. So I show you some other places. You won't believe this. This will blow your mind. This is absolute amazing, this compliance. Ridiculous. Oh, there's one without mask. Good man, good man. Good man, man. Bro, love you. Okay, but the rest of you, sheeple. You know, okay, we're going back to the station, crossing here. I wonder what will they do with all this office building, you know, office space, if everybody's working from home now. So on our journey to the next place, let us talk about the situation of the upper class, of the ruling class. They're living a dream life now. For them it's fantasy land. They never had it better. They can go anywhere and it's not crowded. Not crowded as usual. Yeah, they're enjoying the new life. You know, everybody's getting poorer, but a tiny minority is buying at the lowest price. Okay, here we go. I always like this. Yeah, the masked warriors. Very good. Oh, there's a French mask. Yeah, French, Vive la France. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so fortunately enough, I know a lot of upper class people, naturally, here in Tokyo, and they're having a blast, really. They're enjoying it. I mean, if you work for the government, imagine, you can sit at home for 2 years now, doing your home office work, get the same salary, you can even get a bonus for your hard times. It's fantastic. It's absolutely ridiculous. You don't have to commute any longer. You know, not only the essential workers have to commute, not the upper management. They can sit at home and giving orders. No problem. Okay, inside the station. I think I'm still the only one without a mask. Yeah, I'm pretty sure about it, actually, yes. We might have passed, I don't know, 40,000 people today. I mean, this is ridiculous, right? In Shibuya alone, there are 2 million people living here. So, yeah, I might be the only one. Is this ridiculous? Don't tell me this is not frightening you. I mean, if I were in Austria or Germany, they would probably, you know, crack down on me, you know, send dogs on me. Right. So now, on the train, onto the train for Harajuku. So, here we go. So just in case, you know, I have no animosity, so I'm wearing a face mask now, right? I'm doing that. Alright, Harajuku, here we come. So Harajuku is a very interesting place. Harajuku is mostly for young people, fashionable people, teenagers and young adults. They're coming here for shopping and showing up the latest trends and fashion. So, my guess is we find some matchless people here because they're young, they're rebel, right? Don't they? If they're away from the parents' house, wearing their fashion, they're rebel, right? They're doing smoking, or I don't know. Do they do marijuana? Maybe not in this country, right? But they might rebel without supervision. So we might find some heretics here. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So I got my mask off. You can see my rash. I get a rash actually from this mask. It's terrible. Yeah, but everybody else is wearing a mask. So I feel a little bit like an apostasy, It's a buff heretic. I reject the system. Not criticizing it. I'm not criticizing anything, I'm rejecting it. I'm not compliant. Okay, here we are in the famous Harajuku. It's past 1 o'clock. Very crowded. Not crowded enough. I've seen better times here, but here's no social. That's good, right? You see that? I said, trust the youth. They have instinct. If the parents are away, they're not wearing masks. Oh no, they do. They do wear a mask. Or they do. Oh, I was wrong. I was totally wrong. I was completely wrong. I was completely wrong. Oh no. How could I be so wrong? What a godless place. What a godless place. Oh yeah, they're eating. This is good. This is good. If you eat, you can't wear a mask. This is excellent. It's a very good idea. So get yourself a 100 yen, $1 coffee, and walk around with a coffee. That will help. That makes a difference. Oh, the young people, can't count on them. Young adults, no. There's no hope. All falling in line. 2 years after the event. Just globally enforced compliance. If this does not scare you, what does? People, this is outside. Don't even go inside the shops. I can't take it. Too much. Too much for me. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is a rebel generation. Not all of them. God have some self-respect. Anybody without a mask. After 2 years into this, Japan never had a. They have 100 positive tested cases a day in Tokyo. But nobody died. I'm sorry, I have to correct that. One person died. They're old people. Of course they die. Death is inevitable, especially if you have other illnesses. So now, this is a very positive. What we see here, we have people not social keeping. That's very good. It's very progressive, man. I love it. The young people, they're showing the big finger to the government. They're still wearing masks, of course, but no social. Definitely not. No. There's no social. This is good. So there's hope. After 2 years of living like this, there's hope. Oh, it's very crowded. There's absolutely no going on. Definitely. So I'm here in the midst of it. I'm the heretic. I'm really the only one without a mask. Seriously. Sorry. What a feeling. People keep asking me, you're a genius. How did you make it? How did you get into Harvard? Into Tokyo University, into Peking University. Possible memory, or it's very quick and fast with everything, good at problem solving. That's not necessarily a genius, man. There are many kind of geniuses. The genius sees the world completely different than everybody else. That is the real definition of a genius. You see something that nobody else sees or realizes, something very simple, something like that. we have all seen the pictures of Jeff Bezos on his yacht, wearing no mask, surrounded by his peasants, serving him, Just as all our leaders, Boris Johnson in the UK, having Christmas parties while his peasants, his underlings, the entire country is under strict lockdown measurements. It's ridiculous. Because international speaking, it's total chaos, right? It's a clusterfuck. China has completely locked itself out of the system. They're going their own way. Of course, there's trade. There always has been trade. It's good for China, but they're saying it was probably a maybe it was leaked from Wuhan lab, or maybe it was brought in by the 300 American soldiers visiting the Wuhan area in 2019. Who knows? But it's I think it is an attack. So what they're doing is they're going their own way. They had enough of it, from the Western pressure. So China is locked up for the next 10 years, 20 years. Yeah, it's serious. It's that serious. Japan is inviting some foreigners back. So does Europe, right? But of course only the VIPs. I can see them on LinkedIn. It's disgusting. These well-paid high officials, they have no shame. They just keep traveling, and they're posting pictures of themselves in empty airplanes. So having said that, there is no global solution. Do you get it? If they vaccinate the entire continent of Europe, and if they vaccinate the entire continent of America, you still have no trust in the world. If you travel from Europe and come into Asia, they do not trust you. Do you understand? You can have as many boosters as you want. If you arrive in Japan or in China, they will test you again, and you have to show your certificates, and it will be an app. For sure it is. In Japan it's already starting. In Europe it's on the way. There will be an app, and there might be implants. That's easily done. And even if not, your mobile phone is your implant, right? You have it with you all the time. It's your everything. Oh, there's an eatery. I don't want to go inside, but when they sit down, they don't have to wear masks. But there's still plastic shields everywhere. So this is, again, this is Harajuku. It's a place for young people. You see a lot of young people, obviously, walking straight into my camera, all having the face diapers on them. Nobody has any self-respect, any inch of creativity, of freedom, of thought, Better to comply, don't think for yourself. This is ridiculous. Do you see where this is going? Okay, let me continue with the story about trust in the world. It's completely gone. They will strip you naked, basically, when you come into a foreign country. They might accept your papers, but they might not, and then send you into quarantine, and you say, wait. In my country, they told me, I have 2 vaccinations, I have 2 boosters, I'm okay. No, you're not okay if you come to another country. Do you understand? They don't trust you. So this extreme dystopian worldview, this distrustful world is going to continue for quite a while. It's very serious. Okay. My guess is that by now we have passed a lot of beautiful, stunning young people, handsome young men like this man here in black. Nice. And the lady is also very nice. But I couldn't tell from the face, I'm just thinking maybe they're wearing nice clothes. I can't see the faces really. Ridiculous. This is Harajuku. It's a place for the young people. If you have a young, compliant, unimaginative population like this, where do you want to go? Will IQ help you? I don't think so. No, I don't think it will help you on high IQ in this country. I know your schools, Japan, I know they're very good. I know they're impossible for some other certain foreign groups, to manage all the maths and science and kanji studies. Yeah, very good. You're on top of things, but you're not ruling the world. You need creativity. And if you don't have it, you're lost. Look at this. Do you think that Bill Gates and Klaus Schwab wearing masks with their friends? No, they don't. But the people have to. This is absolutely mind-blowing. 2 years.
At that point, I was.
Guys. Now let us talk about more positive things. People are realizing that they're really alone. There's nobody to help you. It's complete atomization of society. I mean, they don't even trust their partners. I mean, look at this. They're having their partners at the hand. They're seeing at home, they're holding hands, they're still wearing masks outside. It's ridiculous. So everybody's on their mobile devices, right, at home. Everybody's doing his own thing. Nobody's trusting the government. Trust is over. They know they are the serfs and the slaves and they're in prison. They know that. So they try to find solution. I guess I have to turn around a bit. I mean, we have seen it all. There's no new pictures. I mean, you have seen this 2 years into the pandemic. Everybody's wearing a face mask. I'm the only one here. Oh no, he has it down to his chin, but you know what I mean. Like, look at this. This is very sad. It's very sad. Yeah. So it will all be digital, the digital world, right? They will all want to be linked to this kind of system because they can punish you immediately. Okay, now I have to be very careful because there are some officers, but they can't do anything to me because there is no mandate. So, insufficient money. I have to reload my money. Okay, hang on a second. I'll do that. Okay, I recharged the whole thing now and I can pass through the toll. So there are guards everywhere. I don't know what they're doing exactly, what they're on the lookout for. But can't be me because I'm not wearing a mask. Actually, I'm waiting for somebody to point out that they should wearing a mask, but I don't. You know why? Because there is no mandate, no forced mandate. Do you see that? I just passed an official and there is no mandate. They do not force anybody. Every person of the tens of thousands we passed today, everybody's doing it on their own free will, wearing the face diaper. Okie dokie, so now we have seen enough. I think you got the picture. We are heading back home. We are leaving the city. We are leaving Harajuku. We are leaving Shibuya. We are returning home to the suburbs. We have seen it all. And I think you got an idea about how where this is heading. It's not going to stop, guys. It's not going to stop. Okay, I'm back in Nakano in the suburbs. So let me just summarize what we just saw and experienced. I think I've sufficiently demonstrated, proven to you that there's absolutely no forced vaccination pass, requirement of passports, vaccination passports. Nobody's going to stop you. You're not required to wear masks and social distance, but I've proven to you that the people do it anyway. There's full compliance. This is assisted living. It's a guided living with the promise that there will be an end in Fantasyland with flying cars and I don't know, cashless society. Everybody is happy with his mobile phone in his bird cage or rabbit hole where they live, spend time alone. I don't know, but this is the situation here in Japan, guys. There will be no uprising like we've seen in Europe or America or Australia. There will be none of it. This country here, Japan, is very disciplined, very civilized. They think that their government is having their back, and let's hope this is true. Let's hope they're going through this their way. This is all I have to say, guys. I wish more people would stop and stop wearing and being human again and being normal again. They're all vaccinated. I repeat it again, all vaccinated 2 years into the pandemic. But there's no end in sight. Full compliance everywhere. This is it. We're going to have to live with it. On to the next 2 years. On a last note, guys and gals, please do check out my last series, the Menticide Manual, available on the one and only Vineyard Saker blog. The last essays on the second subjunctive and inverse reality reached 1,000 readers. This is awesome for a blog that is shadow banned in the internet. Very awesome, guys. Please check it out. Check out my writing. So, into Nakano Broadway. I love you, Japan. Stay sane. It's so good to be back in the outskirts of the city, you know, tranquility and not this mass hysteria and freedom. And no. Wait, what is this? No, you don't need a mask. Oh dear.